Hey guys, well, another knife review for you. I apologize for the delay in knife reviews. I've had a couple other videos I wanted to get up, showing that Beretta Bobcat and another elderberry video. I apologize for the guys, refreshing the page all the time, waiting for the new knife stuff. But like I said in other videos, I will continuously have knife reviews and knife-related videos until the end of time. That is the base of my account here on YouTube, and although I'll veer off and do some weird things in between, it will always come back to knives. So that I can promise you. So that being said, I got another knife review for you. Some of you might be laughing to themselves because you remember this pocket. This is actually, if you're new to my videos, I use this in my tie-light video, I think, and maybe one or two other videos. It's actually old pair of jeans, didn't fit me. These days I wear cargo pants anyway, so I haven't worn denim in a long time. But anyway, instead of throwing them out, I actually cut out the pocket, the right side pocket, and I use that to show how the knives carry in the pocket. So the knife I'm reviewing, as you read the title and probably got excited over, was the Spyderco Dodo, okay, and the blue G10 handles. Now I want to start the video off by showing you in the pocket how it looks. Now for all of you knife buffs and Spyderco fans, if you see someone walking down the street, you might get excited because I know Spyderco fans recognize the wire clip, okay, that Spyderco uses on some of their models. Very nice, very distinguishable. However, for non-knife people, I would imagine that this doesn't really, wouldn't appear to be a knife, because of the very pointed end of the handle there and the unique clip. It might not be people's first assumption if they saw this clip to your pocket. It's a very unique design. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to start the video off like this so you can see how it carries. In future videos, I will start using this pants pocket again just to show you how it carries. Some people like, uber low carrying knives. Some people don't mind either way, but it's just another aspect that I will show in my reviews. So that is the pocket, and here is the knife itself. Like I said, it's a Spyderco Dodo. Unfortunately, this is out of production. It's been discontinued, so they're quite collectible these days and a little bit harder to find. But there are two versions of this. This is the blue G10, and there's also a black G10 version. Now, although I prefer black knives for my tactical knives, or tactical style knives, and when I say tactical, a lot of people's definition of a tactical knife might differ, a little bit. I feel that any knife that has a pocket clip that can be easily opened one-handed is tactical. It's a very loose term for me. But for the most part, that's what I'm interested in. I do have an interest in all kinds of cutlery. That's why I go by the name cutlerylover. I like anything with an edge. However, for the most part, I'm looking for knives that are easily accessible with one hand to open, close, and use. It's just a convenience, if nothing else, for fast deployment. So like I said, this is the Spyderco Dodo. A lot of people love this knife. A Spyderco catches some flack sometimes because a lot of people don't like their designs. Some people say they're just plain ugly. Well, Spyderco's motto is form and function over looks. Not specifically, they don't specifically say that, but I get a general feel from Sal Glesser, the owner and CEO, and he's always talking about, and his representatives as well, that they make knives that are functional first. They're kind of an acquired taste. Some people like them, some people don't. However, I love them, and a lot of people love Spyderco knives. This is no different. The first thing I'll say about this knife is it has fantastic ergonomics, and what I mean by that is the feel. It just fits in your hand like a glove. Just really, really comfortable, contours to every bit of your hand. It's got that real narrow butt part of the handle here, and not only can it be, not only is it comfortable in the hand, but it also can be used. Let me close this knife for you as an impact weapon. Because it is narrowed like that, you can use that for impact, for non-lethal defense. Very cool. But like I said, this is extremely, extremely comfortable. In the regular saber grip here, or like a natural grip, you can choke up on that cutout on the top of the spine there, put your finger there. You could choke your thumb up. It's very, very natural feeling to do this. It's not uncomfortable, even in a reverse grip. Just fantastic. I have to say, probably, my immediate memory serves me correct. This is probably the most comfortable knife I've had in quite a long time. I can't really compare it to specific knives, but I have to say this is just really, really comfortable in the hand. Very, thin, slim design, just beautiful. Fits great. I love the blade. It's pretty large folding knife for such a small cutting edge. Let me pause for just a second and read you all of these. Wrote them down, my own little chicken scratch there, hard to make out, but I'll read you all the specs on this knife. This is directly from Spyderco's website. Okay, so these are their measurements. First off, the blade is an S30V stainless steel, much preferred in the knife community these days. Very good performing steel, and a little bit more on the expensive side, but for good reason. Overall length is 6 1/8 inches from tip to back. Closed, it is 4 3/8 inches. Closed position. The hole itself is a 1/2 inch cutout hole. You know, the patented Spyderco round hole. Actually, I shouldn't say patented because it's not. It's, you know, even though they came up with it, a lot of the companies use it. You see Benchmade use it, and a couple other companies. So it's not. It's kind of their thing, but they don't have a specific patent on it, as far as I know. But it is a 1/2 inch cutout hole. The blade is 2 1/16 inches long, full blade. However, just the cutting edge itself is only 1 3/4 inches long. But I could tell you that even though it's a short blade, it's very effective. You have a double recurve here where it comes out. It's got a lot of belly, but then it comes back up and in. Okay, almost like an S shape. You can see that. Gives you a little bit of a hawk bill in the front and just wants to bite into whatever you're cutting, whatever you're throwing at it. It wants to tear right through it. Of course, I'll give you the usual little paper test here. You can see there, it's very sharp. Factory edge. Haven't touched this up at all. It's just amazing. Like I said, it just wants to bite in, and eat everything you throw it at it. Let's continue with the specs here. Actually, Spyderco gets very specific on their specs page. It even says the blade thickness, which a lot of companies do say. However, I don't always mention it. This is 1/8 inch blade stock, and which in relation is 3 millimeters. Okay, thick, which is plenty. You know, it's for a folding knife. You want a good slicer. You don't need a really heavy-duty blade, but that's definitely thick enough. And the total weight, which I know Nut and Fancy will enjoy because he likes his lightweight tacticals, is amazing. 2.6 ounces. Very light. Okay, like I said, it's a larger knife. You have a smaller blade here, but it's definitely a workhorse. If you want to put this to use, it'll definitely perform for you. But 2.6 ounces, very light. And again, because they use the G10 handles, but there's no liners in it. Okay, the only metal in the handle is surrounding the lock, and the lock itself is a little unique. If you're not familiar with this specific Spyderco lock, it is their ball bearing lock. Now, how this works, it's not. I want to say it's similar to an Axis lock, but not at all. It may appear to be that way, but it's not whatsoever. Basically, you have a ball bearing, okay, which does rotate within itself, okay, on a spring, and when you depress that down, okay, it releases the back. See, it's kind of in front of the spine of the blade there. You know what? Let me grab that. Put this down for a second and grab that magnifying glass. I actually have. Sorry about that. I have the magnifying glass itself, but this really hasn't been working out too well. I can't get a good focus on this. You know, so I'm going to use that jeweler's loop, which happens to. I can get really good detail with this. So let me break that out for you real quick and see if I can get this in frame. So, I mean, look at that quality. Anyway, there's the ball bearing lock. And you can see there when it's in the open position, the block is pushing against the spine of that blade. Okay, so it is not going to go anywhere. I mean, solid lockup. You would think this is just a hardcore lock back. I mean, just no blade play whatsoever. The back of this back spring and the base of the tang here, just perfect lineup. Absolutely solid. No blade play in any direction at all. Let me bring it back up close and show you this. So you see there it's on a spring. Now I'm using the back of my finger here. I'm just going to push this down to show you how this works. See the spring there on the bottom. Now as I push this down, it's going to clear the way of the spine. See that? See the end of the spine, which happens to be tapered here. And actually, you know what? I just realized I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I'm going to actually turn this off for now, and I'll have to make a part 2. So I'll get back with you in a couple minutes. Once again, thanks for watching the video, and stick around for part 2.